Am I live? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it says I'm live. Okay, cool. Well, I doubt anyone's here yet, but I'll just keep talking because I'm not sure. So, welcome. This is my first attempt at a live stream, so bear with me. I'm sure there'll be lots of technical difficulties and awkwardness on my part, so if that's something you enjoy, stick around. And yeah, mostly the point of this stream is going to be to assemble Wally. I've got the various pieces here, which I will show you. Mike Van Meteren says hello. Hi, Mike. How are you? You're officially my first comment on live streams. You should feel special. Michelle says hello. Hi, Michelle. Arcania, what's up? Jonathan, hi. How you guys doing? Hi, Chelsea. Are you guys excited for Wally? I'm doing good. Jason, what's up? Is everything okay out there? Can you hear me fine? Stream quality okay? It looks a little blurry on my end, but I'm not really sure about that. Heather! Cool. Okay, well, while people are pouring in, I said just a little bit ago, but this is the Wally build stream, so we will be assembling him for the most part. Probably won't get to the electronics because I'm not going to stay on here for too long, maybe about an hour or so. But we will be putting him together, and you guys will get the first peek at the painted Wally. Jonathan, what kind of 3D printer do you have? I have a Robo 3D R1. I've had it for about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. Arcania says, yep, all good. Jason says, sounds good. Heather says, I'm not blurry. Good. Actually, it might be better if I was blurry. Sorry. Arcania confirming I have a Robo. Cool. Hopefully the lag isn't too bad. Sometimes I know on these streams the chat can lag behind quite a bit. Okay. Michelle, I don't have the Plus. I just have the R1. I got it before the Pluses came out. Heather, I'm glad you're excited. I am too. This is, for those of you who don't know, this is my first stream, so I haven't done anything like this before, so bear with me. Jonathan, can you do more live streams? Sure. Yeah, like I said, this is my first one, so seems to be going well so far. And if I will definitely plan to do more. Cool. Well, how's your guys' weekend going? Just started. I guess it's Friday night for me. I don't know about the people across the world, but a Pyro Design, what's up? Glad you could join me. Yeah, I have video and audio. The two necessary things for streaming I think I got, so I'm happy so far. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay. Holler at me if I kind of have a tendency to look away from the mic and keep talking. So if it gets quiet, holler at me. Jonathan, do you like Minecraft? It's not something I've ever really played. I played it for like maybe 2 minutes on someone else's console one time, and it seemed interesting. It was never something I pursued. Heather, playing Pokemon Go tomorrow. Gonna drop off some Pokeprints. Yeah, I was gonna do that too. It was kind of lame. I pretty much only have white and black filament, so I can't do some of the fun colors, but I was gonna try and print off some Pikachus and maybe some Eevees. Go leave them around. Jess, Is learning CAD the hardest part of 3D printing? No, not at all. And I guess that depends. Like, CAD in its simplest form, like I would say, is Tinkercad, and that's so easy. It'll literally take you 2 minutes to get in there and start messing with things. Excuse me for a second while I take a drink. But CAD can get very complicated as you start to do bigger things, because like some of the things I've made in Tinkercad, they'll take like 20 minutes to do and are very simple, very useful things. And then there are some other things like, fell apart. This guy right here, I created this in Tinkercad as well, and that took quite a bit longer. I think it took me close to 8 to 10 hours to do this, and yeah, Tinkercad fought me the whole way. And then even bigger things, like I created this one in Fusion 360, and this was by far the most complex one. I think this took about, 10 hours, 14 hours, something like that. I can't remember. And then Chelsea says I can paint the pokes for us. And then Heather asks if that is my minion. And yes, Chelsea is my minion. She's the one who paints all of these things. So stuff I was just showing, she paints all these and does an amazing job. She's pretty much the reason that I have any success here on YouTube. Because if you look at some of my old videos, there's a couple where I tried to paint things. If you watch those, you'll be happy that Chelsea does the painting. Jonathan, will you ever make a gaming channel? Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that. I don't think that I don't have like enough energy on screen to justify that at the moment. But I've been kind of making gaming videos that I'm not posting anywhere in order to work on that. So once I feel that that's at a point where I could justify having people watch it, then I definitely plan on doing that. Heather, woot woot for minions, yes. Yeah, us YouTubers, out of the YouTubers, who has the minions? Because I know Maker's Muse has one. Travis, you do, and then I do. I guess Joel has a couple little minions every once in a while, but doesn't show them very often. Arcania, love the painting skills, Chelsea. Yeah, she does an amazing job, and you guys will see that with Wally here pretty soon. Take another drink real quick. Jonathan says, what do I like better for gaming, PC or console? That is... yeah, I'm pretty neutral. I think that I can get different experiences on each, because I've played a couple RTS-style games, and I prefer those on PC for sure. But as far as like shooters, and if I just want to like sit back on a couch and enjoy playing a game, which I often do, then I go console most of the time. And I actually grew up playing console games because I could never afford a real gaming PC, so console is definitely where I'm at home, but I do love playing on PC as well. And Pyro Design says Chuck has no minions. Poor Chuck. Senpai says, what game do you like the best? Ooh, that one's tough. Well, that is tough. I'll take that as a question of what games did I play the most when I was playing them, and Mass Effect probably has to be up there. I put, especially Mass Effect 3, I played the online multiplayer for that, and I probably like 800 hours into that, which, working full-time and stuff like that is pretty considerable. Chuck says his minions grew all up. Heather, where's Wally? I'll get to that in a second. He's splayed out on the desk in front of me real quick, or right here, so we'll be putting him together here pretty soon. What is my favorite minion? Well, of course, I'm biased to my own minion, and I don't even know if she likes being called a minion. Maybe I shouldn't call her that. Chelsea, she's in the stream. She had a comment, a couple comments above. That's her. Chuck has a talking bender. He doesn't need no minions. That's very true. I like the talking bender. I saw that. Okay. Well, we got about 17 people watching now. Been live for close to 10 minutes. So, I guess let's take a look at the Wally pieces. I'm gonna get the camera all set up for it. Forgive the camera shakiness here. Okay, so there you can see some of the pieces for Wally. Most of the outer pieces here. Jonathan says, "Do I like GTA 5?" Yes, I've only played a little bit of it, unfortunately, but I had a blast while playing it. I just didn't have time to play it a lot. Hi, Gordon. Rainbow Boy says, "Do more Garden Warfare 2 models." I think I have another one planned soon. Did you see the pea shooter? That was my most recent one. I don't know if everyone's seen that or not. How are you doing, Gordon? Okay, so I guess I'll just show off the pieces. These are the pieces that make up his main body. I'll kind of move these off to the side a bit. And then here are his wheel system. It's one of them. And then this is the eyes. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm moving the mic. Sorry if this is loud. Okay. Just repositioning. Chelsea says, yes, more Plants vs. Zombies. She likes painting those ones. Mark says, my wife should do finishing painting tutorials. She is amazing. I agree, she is amazing. And yeah, we'll probably do that once she feels a little bit more comfortable on camera. She's a little camera shy, and I cannot blame her. And then these are the eyes for Wally. So this really brings them all together. We can have the whole thing assembled, and then you stick this on top, and it finally starts to look like Wally. Chelsea, you're getting a lot of pressure out here. Peer pressure for the win. Here are the arms. And then we got some brackets to mount to the wheels to the body. This is the neck. Got some gears. And these next ones look really cool painted. These are the treads. I love how these came out. Everyone's saying the paint jobs are really good. Chelsea says thanks. So she just wings it, which is pretty much what we both do. And I think that's what makes it fun. We can just start messing with it until it looks right, and that's where we end up. But yeah, her paint jobs really bring everything together. Jonathan, are you going to do the elections today? I think you mean electronics. If the elections were today, then I probably would not be here. But electronics, I might get into them depending on how much time we have left. I don't know. But I think those might be a little more boring to watch on stream because it'd be a lot of me reading the screen. Jason, tread looks great. Thanks, Jay. Print that thing. Wow, love the details. How's it going, Print That Thing? Print That Thing's stream is the only other stream that I've ever been on. Gordon says that Chelsea must do this professionally. She actually makes cakes professionally, so she does a lot of artistic stuff like this. It's just her medium is quite a bit different than paint. But her cakes are amazing too. Chelsea, if you feel like it, you should post your the Facebook link, because she does some really amazing cakes. And there was one that was a Claptrap from Borderlands, and I have a video on my phone, and every time I pull it up, I think I'm actually looking at Claptrap for a minute. Chuck asks, was the yellow painted or filament color? Both. It started out just as yellow filament. Wonder, that one was white. Some of it was white and some of it was yellow, but all of it has been painted over. I might be lying. Most of these are white. I'm pretty sure these were yellow in the beginning. Heather says I need to come on at a Pyro Design stream. Yes, I've been meaning to. I just never catches. I always miss them somehow. The Canadian Barbarian, like the name. Is it all 3D printed? Yes. Everything is 3D printed. These magnets are not. And then the electronics will not be. But everything else so far has been printed. And I guess there's some screws to hold it together. Heather says I need to make Chelsea a moderator. I don't know. Oh, maybe I do. Set user as moderator. Done. Crazy Snake says build it. Yeah, I need to quit delaying. I'm trying to keep up on comments so I don't get behind. Jonathan, can you design a Halo gun? I have a little bit. Or I've done one, I mean. This is the plasma pistol from, I think this one was from Halo 4, the Halo 4 design. I have a video of that on the channel if you want to see more of that. Print that thing. Learning C++. Good luck, man. I'm a programmer by day, so I know how tough it can be to learn a new language. Oh, good deal. Oh, I guess it makes sense that most people can't post links. Mel W says, did you work out the track problem? Yes, I think I did. They're still not perfect, but they work a lot better than my first design. If you want to see more of this, watch the last update video. But I guess we'll see tonight. Okay, so let's actually start putting this together. Now I need to move all this stuff that I just put over here. Chelsea's still getting a lot of love. Steve Evset, shout out. Shout out to what? Do you have a channel? I'll have to check it out if you do. No, it doesn't look like you have a channel. Oh, there we go. Chelsea posted the link. You can go check out their cakes. They do a lot of really cool stuff. She can't do cool stuff all the time because it's mostly what people request. And we don't have too many nerds around here that request cool cakes, but they have some really cool ones in there. And do Overwatch models. I actually have a request to do Overwatch, one Overwatch model. It wasn't specific though, so maybe I'll do a poll to let you guys pick which Overwatch model I do. Because I was planning on just doing one of the characters. And I think I wrote down Farah, but I could be persuaded. Can you make a video on how to start doing 3D printing? Sure. I have one that kind of shows my process, but it's not a comprehensive start. Okay, so this is the base. And then these are the side pieces. And they go in a specific order because they all kind of lock together. And you can kind of see they have slots right here, and that's what they fit into. So I designed this to kind of go together pretty easily. But some of the things I had to use screws and stuff like that. And I actually started designing this when I was very, very new to designing things. So it's not great, but it works. Steve says, no, just like yours. I just like your channel. Oh, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. I'm just happy I have anyone watching, honestly. And I can't really believe that they are. I wouldn't watch me. X Gaming Videos, can you shout me out? Sure. I'll check out your channel. Everyone else go check out his channel too. Looks like some Minecraft stuff. Agario. That game's fun. My wife was addicted to that for a while on the phone. Tracer May or Mercy? Yeah, Tracer was the second one for me because she seems to really be a fan favorite, so that'd probably be the best thing to do from a business standpoint. Okay. So this is the back piece, and look at this rusting job that my wife did on here. It looks amazing. I'm not actually even 100% sure how she did all this, so I'll have to get that info from her. Sorry, that was probably really loud. RIP headphone users. Oh, and I put the sides on backwards. I should have a warning on the desk here that says amateur at work. Okay. There we go, that's better. So you can start to see him kind of coming together there. Oh, thanks, Heather. I'm kind of self-deprecating by nature, but it's all in good fun. Thanks, Travis. Rainbow, you should make your profile logo. Yeah, I actually had a couple people make them for me. I think I still have them around here somewhere. I'll have to find them. But yeah, I should do a painting one. Okay, so I think next we'll put on the arms. And, well, I need to find some screws. I was not prepared. Oh, geez. Oh, found them. We're good. I'm sure this is enthralling just watching an empty Wally on a desk. Okay. Now, I designed the arms to go on and just screw on from the inside because they will be, they should be slightly movable in the end. But I don't want them just to fall down. How many years have I been on YouTube? Not even one. Almost one. I started in August of last year. How long did it take me to print out all the pieces? Oh boy. Well, I did it over kind of a several months of designing things and stuff like that. So I don't even know. More than 30 hours for sure. The treads actually, here I'll pull some treads out so you can kind of see them. But the treads took the longest because the way that I design these, they tend to warp really, really badly, and I usually don't have much of a warping problem on my prints. As you can see, these pieces are flat on the bottom side, so you'd expect these corners to warp quite a bit, and they didn't at all. But it did not like these treads. So I actually had to print these out 2 at a time, and it took me forever because I've got 2 sets of these. So yeah, it took a long time. Adult Lego edition. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm working with here. That was my goal in life, is to be able to play with Legos when I was an adult. So that's where I'm at now. I'm getting this screw in here. I should have been more prepared. I might have to do the arms later. For my first time, doing real good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I forget to talk sometimes, so I hope it's not too boring. It's kind of a weird thing because, I don't know how many of you out there have live streamed before, but I'm in my room by myself just talking. But I just have to keep remembering that there's 20 people out there listening to me, so. Oop. Okay. I may have gotten one arm. Maybe. Let's give it a try. Oh, maybe. This one's giving me a hard time. Well, I print my own Lego pieces. Sure. I've printed out some Lego figurines before. I haven't done the actual pieces before. And actually, I have this kind of crazy idea that I want to print like a Hot Wheel track and do some of the electronics for it to, like those little booster things that you put batteries in and they would send the cars along the track by themselves. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Mark says, I'm always in my room just talking. Not streaming, though, but my therapist says it's okay. That's awesome. As long as the therapist says it's good, you're completely fine. Let's try this again. I'm just going to take this. This is not going in very easily. Oh, jeez. Experiencing technical difficulties. Alright, let's move on to the other arm and see if we have better luck there. I might have to do a little bit of filing on that, and I think that would be an awful sound to you guys to listen to me filing on these, so I won't do that live. I'm assuming you guys are talking about the Hot Wheels thing, that saying that would sound cool. The chat's a little bit behind. I thought it'd be fun because I always liked when I was a kid that I could get I could just go and buy like pieces of Hot Wheel track that weren't like a specific set or anything and build them myself. But you know, now you can only find like the ones that are in like the dinosaur set and stuff like that, and it's just like the creativity's gone. How do I edit my videos? I use a program called Wondershare Filmora. It was just the biggest draw of it. That it was cheap. It was like $50, and it's pretty basic, but it does what I need it to do. I've been thinking about getting the Adobe Creative Cloud thing so I can use Premiere, because that seems like the better route to go. And I'm having a heck of a time getting these screws in. Alright, we'll just return to the arms later, because it's not working out for me very well right now. Okay. So then the front goes on next, I believe. Yeah. And the front's actually in two pieces, and this is where the magnets come in. So we'll just slide that right in. Maybe. The paint makes it a little bit tighter, but that's actually a good thing. Okay, so I actually designed the front to have a door so you can actually access the electronics and stuff, because my big goal was just to have a big open space in here for the electronics to do their thing. And so then this just has little pegs on the side that slide into a track here. And then they just slide down and close like so. So that's the front. And then there's a little slot on the inside that these magnets will go into, so it can just kind of snap shut. Don't have to worry about it popping open. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. I think that's a Tracer quote. Could be wrong. Best impression, please. Oh, okay. Yeah, this isn't going to be good. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. That was probably super offensive. Sorry about that. Do prints usually come out with no problems, or are failed prints a common thing with 3D printers? That is probably how well you have your settings dialed in. I would say probably at least 9 out of 10 of my prints are successful without me having to tinker with them. And when they fail, it's usually something specific, like it's a part that I've never tried to print before and has some weird overhangs that I didn't account for, but that it's always my fault, not the printer's fault. And then the other times it's like warping issues, which just comes from like temperature fluctuations. What program do I use for my models? To actually create the models, I use a couple of different things. I use Tinkercad for really simple things. I use Fusion 360 for more complex things, like Beck here, created in Fusion 360. Wally was created in Tinkercad, because that's actually at the time when I started Wally, I didn't know how to use Fusion 360. But I'm actually looking into using Blender now for more character type models. What kind of filament do I use? I mostly use Hatchbox PLA, just because it's so cheap. You can get it for like $20 US on Amazon, and it prints really well. I like it, so that's what I use most. Okay, I'm gonna wait to put on the top piece, so we got to do some stuff there. Chelsea says she didn't glue the eyes. Yeah, we'll work around that. I actually don't even know where I have the pins for those, so I'm super unorganized tonight, guys. Sorry. This is more of a Q&A than anything. What material are the tracks made out of? Hatchbox PLA. They'd probably do better in ABS, but I have my printer inside with, right next to where I work, so I try to avoid ABS with just all the fumes and stuff like that. It's not very well ventilated in here. Okay, so let's talk about the neck. This is the neck, and these actually print upside down, and I did not use supports, and those bridged actually really well. You can see a little bit of hanging there, but it's not even noticeable, really. And then this is just basically designed to have this motor sitting here, and I actually took the hat and cut off a little bit right there, so it can spin fully inside here. So it just press fits in like that, and then you can route the cable back this way. And then we can close it up, and then the cable will ultimately go through this little hole right here. Favorite model so far? That one's hard to answer too. On a purely model standpoint, this is probably the one I'm most proud of because I did it in Tinkercad, which is not easy, and it's pretty detailed. But otherwise, I think the three Pokemon that I did in Fusion 360, I really like those. And I also like Clank. He's one of my favorites. Will I ever get a CNC machine? Probably. I've wanted to. I just don't have the space for it. And those are a little bit dirtier than 3D printers, so I'd want like an outside shop. Okay, so then we take the other side of the head here, or the neck here. And it just presses closed like that. And there are holes for a screw that we can put in there. And then I have this piece here, which will actually glue to the head. And this just sits on top of the hat for the servo here. So like this, and you can actually hear it moving in there. So that should work. And it's actually got a little bit of a wobble, which I think I like. But if I don't, I can easily reprint this piece and go from there. So that is pretty much the finished neck with this sticking out the top, wire sticking out the bottom. I thought TPU would be really good for the tracks. I haven't tried messing with TPU. I was actually originally going to print them in NinjaFlex, but I decided against that ultimately. Make Eve. Yeah, I have Eve on the list. I don't know that I'll make her anytime soon, but it's definitely something I want to make eventually. Sorry, taking a drink. Chuck asks if they are continuous rotation servos or standard. The one in the neck is a standard servo, so it just has close to 180 degrees of rotation. And then for driving him, I actually have, these are DC motors. I don't know, you can kind of see where the DC motor sits in there. There's just a gearbox up top, and it's in a servo body. Just knock it over right on stream. I'll just break it. Okay. Alright. We're good. Crisis averted. Okay, so now let's mess with the wheels. I'll just move that back slightly. Rainbow says, I have an idea. 3D print yourself. Make it cute. I actually, believe it or not, I have a request to make myself already. I don't think cute was the criteria, but it should be funny either way. most of the reason that I agreed to make myself was just to watch my wife paint it. I think that'd be really funny. Okay, so now you should be able to see they're painted now, but those are actually screws right in there and some on the bottom. So what we actually need is these are the gears that actually turn the wheel. So if I slide that in right here, you can see that it turns the wheel. And then I need some screws. Hold, please. Make it where it compacts tiny cubes of garbage. That'd be funny. This one will not do that, but it's a good idea. Can you make SpongeBob? Sure, I'll add it to the list. I love SpongeBob. Old SpongeBob. I used to watch it all the time. Okay, so, well, I should probably actually put the motor in here first. The DC motors, they are pretty small, but they seem to have enough torque to drive it. I haven't tested it all together yet, which is probably a mistake, but I'm just kind of winging it at this point. So we'll see. I tested them on this with the treads on, and it seems to be able to turn them. They actually move a little bit faster than I'd like them to, but I think that's all right. Okay. And this, you just kind of have to feed the wire through here. And then this little bracket on the outside actually holds it in. And there's screws there that you can screw this in. I'm not going to do that right this second. But then this wire actually feeds right up through the top here and will come into Wally this way. And then I can, actually I think you need to attach the gear here. Okay, yeah, attach the gear on the motor and then slide it in here the way it needs to be. I think this is the right one. Yes. Yeah, these are side specific, so I might have the wrong one. They may slow down under load. I hope so, because I'm not as worried about the motors themselves. I'm worried about these treads, because like I said, these aren't a perfect design, but they seem to work. So we'll see how it works in the end. And if it's not perfect, that's okay with me. This was more of a learning project than anything. And if you watched my R2 video from a long time ago, you'll know that I didn't get that working either, which kind of sucks, but I'm just trying to make it better. Chuck says if you drive them with a servo pulse, then you can control the speed with code. You can drive DC motors with a servo pulse, Chuck? I've never done that before. I've just used like a PWM, and I've noticed that when using DC motors, the PWM tends to you lose quite a bit of torque when you do that. So that's kind of what I was worried about. Here, clickbait. Did this thumbnail have Garden Warfare 2 stuff on it? Oh, it was my banner, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't actually make a thumbnail for this. Sorry. I didn't mean to be clickbaity. Oops. Oops. Broke some glue. Good thing I have Chelsea on standby. Not right now, but later. John says, hi, I'm back. Welcome back, John. There are 2 wires, Chuck. I'll hold it up here in a second. It's literally just on and off like a normal DC motor. It's just they put them, I got it from Adafruit. I can find the link if you want to look at them. But yeah, it's literally just a DC motor in there, and it's got a gearbox on top. 2 wires. SparkyFace5, hi. How are you? Chelsea says, how dare you? I'm breaking her stuff already. Tess is here. And I'm sure everyone in the chat knows, but maybe you don't. We do have some other YouTubers in here, like Apyro Design, does some really awesome 3D printed logos and got some awesome finishing skills. So make sure you check out his channel and subscribe if you're not already. And then SparkyFace5 has a channel as well. Does a lot of 3D printing, and she's doing some art stuff now. And then also Chuck. Now you can see Chuck Hellebuck on there. He has a channel and does a lot of 3D printing stuff as well. Really smart guy. So if you have not seen them, go check them out and subscribe. Good people. All right. Hope that works. No, they're not RC servos. Like I said, when I was designing this originally, which I started designing this close to 7 months ago, so I've come a long way since then and would have done things differently if I was making it now. Should make a mini robot. That seems like a fun idea. Should make a big Wally. Yeah. I'll start trying to get this one working, and maybe I'll tackle that eventually. That might be a little out of my league. Should make a mini robot under 150. 150 what? Okay. Maybe I should put it on the bottom now. I'm going to take this top section off here. Just take it apart apparently. You other guys who stream should be jealous of my awesome prepared streaming abilities. Clearly the most prepared stream you've ever seen. Oh, under $150 to sell it? That'd be interesting. I don't know, I don't have a lot of experience selling stuff yet. It's kind of the little experience that I do have, it's a lot of work trying to keep up on orders and sort of mass manufacturing when you've only got one printer to work with. And then forcing all that painting work on my wife is not fun either. She's a busy lady. Stream party. Yup. One Wally is enough, yes. She says no more Wally. It's been kind of a stressful project for us. I think it'll be worth it in the end, but been a little stressful. Okay. Oh, no, for a challenge. I gotcha. That could be fun. I don't think 150 would be too hard to do, actually. Unless you're counting my time modeling it. Then that might be a little harder, but as far as pure electronics and printing and stuff, like this Wally would be under 150. I probably only spent, I don't know, probably close to $50 in materials for this so far. Maybe a little more with the filament. 60. I'd say $60. So, monetarily, it's not that big of an investment, but it sure takes time. A lot of mental energy. For me, at least. For someone who's more experienced making robots, like Angus over at Maker's Muse, I'm sure could whip this out in no time and have it up and running, because he actually does like some of those BattleBots things. So someone with experience, this would probably be nothing for them to do, but it took me a long time to do this. And actually, I have the file of me creating this in the CAD, and it I can't remember. It was close to like 30 hours of modeling altogether. I think that will do. There's one wheel system. Let's do the other. How's everyone doing so far? Everyone still hear me okay? And I'm kind of crouching down quite a bit, so I don't know if the mic's picking me up as well. Okay, well, Mel W says sounds good. All right, good deal. I guess maybe I'll talk a little bit about what my plans are after Wally, because, like I said, Wally's been kind of taking up a lot of my time and energy lately. Well, obviously the past few weeks, but even beyond that, because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this for a long time, so I've been wanting to get it done and not work on other projects in order to get this done. So yeah, it's been taking a lot of energy, and there's quite a few other projects that I've kind of thought up and have been suggested to me while working on this. So I have quite a few plans coming out of this. Need some more screws. Do you have fun making YouTube videos? Yes. It's kind of an interesting thing for me, because I'm kind of an antisocial person naturally, and not that, like, if you see me in the street, I try to be very nice and everything, and I think I pull it off pretty well. Like, most people don't think I'm very socially awkward, but it's very it's kind of stressful for me, because I try too hard to be nice and make sure everyone, doesn't think I'm weird to talk to, so it can kind of be a stressful situation for me, so I tend to avoid it more often than not. So, the so YouTube videos are kind of an interesting thing for me because I love the opportunities that YouTube has given me even so far, and I have less than 2,000 subscribers, but I've already met a ton of great people, specifically the other YouTubers here, and there's a couple people that comment on my videos that are just awesome, and I absolutely love that. And I really enjoy making these models and stuff like that and building my abilities, but I worry that I'm not very entertaining on camera. And I know for a fact that I'm not super entertaining. I just try to make it the best I can. So yes, overall I do enjoy making YouTube videos. I love the whole YouTube experience. It's just the antisocialness gets to me sometimes. Heather, see, make something that takes forever, put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and then give it away. Yes, I would actually give this away, but I don't think it's going to work very well. And having electronics in it, I don't want to give something that could potentially be a fire hazard. I don't think in a million years anything I'd do here would start a fire, but still don't want that on me. Sparky face, I know them social feels. Pyro design, dude, can't be any worse than me. I know, I've heard that from a lot of YouTubers that they're not super social, which I think is kind of a funny thing, but it's probably why I love YouTube so much. It's because the excuse me, just the atmosphere that people create, and it's such. I feel like the people here are such an under listened to community, and they usually have the best stuff to say, just social situations. Sorry, I'm screwing things in back here. Duplicate knows the socially awkward thing. Can you play Roblox? I actually don't even know what Roblox is. What is that? I'm assuming it's a game. I'm saying Wally just something. Yeah, I gave away a Clank model. I wouldn't say I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, but it's something. Yeah, Chelsea, my wife, if you missed earlier in the stream, she works on cakes, and has a very, very interesting thing because she creates these amazing cakes that are, sometimes upwards of thousands of dollars, and puts a ton of time into them, works on them all day, and they look beautiful and just amazing, and then people eat them. So it's kind of funny. I mean, she has pictures to save them, but it's got to be just a weird thing to put so much time in it and then just have people eat it. And cakes, it's such a weird industry because, you have like your Walmart and stuff like that just make, quick little cakes that don't take them any time or money to create, and you buy them. But they, like Chelsea, works for a homemade bakery, and they make just amazing things, put a ton of time into it, and that takes money. And, if you didn't look at the Facebook link, I mean, I would compare what they do to like Cake Boss, if you've seen that channel or that show. They make cakes on the level of those, and just the disrespect that they get from customers is crazy around here. Yeah, my wife is amazing. It's kind of frustrating, actually. She's one of those people that's naturally good at almost everything. So when she really puts her time in and works on something, it is just amazing. And I'm just sitting over here like I have to like plan out everything methodically and spend time, hours and hours practicing something to get decent at it, and she picks it up after 2 seconds and is basically where I am. Yeah, Travis, I see that. Very similar feeling. I can imagine. It's definitely an interesting kind of paradox. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, Chelsea's in the chat, so if you ever wanted to ask my wife questions about painting, now's the time to put her on the spot. Love you, Chelsea. Oh, and we just hit an hour. I told myself I didn't want to go much longer than an hour, but oh well, I'll keep going for a bit. Okay. I'll click that link and see if it takes me there. I don't know how Facebook works, but it took me there, I think. That's another thing. If you guys don't know, I don't do Facebook. I have a Facebook thing out there for Chaos Core Tech, but I just started that at one point to sort of share with the people that I went to like high school with and stuff like that. But I have just never... I got Facebook like basically right when it came out. And I used it for a bit, but I never really got into it. And then they kept changing it, and I never kept up on it. And now I'm so lost on Facebook, it's not even funny. And it's just something that's never really appealed to me. So I am so Facebook illiterate, it's not even funny. So that's why I use Twitter for all of my social interactions outside of YouTube. Streaming gets addictive. I can really see how it could get that way. Chelsea says, "Love me more." She's already got to one up me. See what I'm dealing with, guys? This also has to be super weird for her because she's just sitting in the other room. So I'm sure she can hear me talking and then to hear me again when the stream catches up. Hi, Jonathan. Chelsea, can you post links to specific pictures on Facebook? Like, can you find the Wally, or not Wally, Claptrap one? I really love that picture. And the picture doesn't even do it justice. I have a video somewhere I should show that on. And actually, I might be able to. Never mind. Hold on to that, Chelsea. Hold, please. Okay. I think I've still got it on my phone, so I'm trying to look through my phone to see. Will I be releasing the STLs like Citron? Yes, I absolutely will. I was actually planning on even releasing the Tinkercad files, but Tinkercad's been having some issues, and I'm actually completely locked out of the file that I had all these in. Luckily, I had all the STLs downloaded, so at the very least, I will get the STLs to you guys. You guys want to see a throwback? Look at this. This was when I was creating R2. I think I actually tweeted a picture like this or something. It seems like so long ago, but it was really like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. I'm sitting here showing you guys pictures on my phone, like... Obviously, my stream game has hit the next level. It's like I'm just sitting in a room with you guys, showing you pictures, and you guys are just super bored, like, all right, Garrett, let's get to it. And... no, I don't think I have the Claptrap. Damn. I had it at one point. It was really cool, because it looked just like Claptrap, and it was big, too. But it was cake. Wish you could mail cakes. Yeah, that'd be funny. Okay. Oop. I keep seeing my little thing at the bottom where I can write in the chat, and it just says say something. So I'm like reading through the comments and I see say something. And I think someone's telling me to say something. Well, good. I'm glad you're not bored, because I don't want to be wasting anyone's time. Man, I cannot get that one in there. How am I doing my live stream? Through OBS Studio. It's free. It's really it's pretty easy to get going too. I just looked up a quick video online that showed how to do it and make sure my settings were right, and I did it. So hopefully it's going well. This Wally is epic. Yeah, he's kind of being a pain in the ass right now, but hopefully it'll turn out great. Oh, here we go. I think I finally got it. I really tried to make this easy, because like that was my main goal, like with R2 and stuff like that, is I wanted to help people get into robotics and 3D printing, because I think it could be really fun. And something that would introduce a lot of people to the field of robotics. So I try to make them as easy as possible to assemble and put all the electronics in, but I am just not experienced enough to really pull that off, so this is what we're getting. Wait, I should be... I love to watch other people work, but it also makes me think, wait, I should be working. I know the feeling. It's like every night I have some time set aside just to watch YouTube videos of my favorite YouTubers and get caught up. And there's so many times that I'm watching other YouTubers and I'm like, oh, that'd be a really cool idea for a project. And then I realize that I have like 20 other projects. And I'm like, I need to quit coming up with ideas and start actually doing some of these. All right, let's see. I wonder if I should have put the treads on before I put the motors in. Let's see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I'm thinking I should have done that before I put the motors in. That's right. I can turn these motors just a little bit, I think. Yeah, maybe not. I'll mess with those in a bit. Well, let's try to get the neck together so you can at least see what the head looks like before I get off. Let's see if these slots worked. I made the tolerances really tight for these bolts, so they're hard to get in all the way, but I'm making it work. It's the good thing about plastic, you can always shave it away if you need to. Oh, that one's gonna be tight. Oh, I think Chelsea posted the picture for that claptrap. Yeah, and like I said, the picture doesn't even do it justice, which the picture looks really good. But, yeah, it's amazing. I'll see if I can adjust the camera so you can see it. Yeah. But you can click the link and view it for yourself, but Yeah, it actually looks like Claptrap. It just is cake. Sorry for the shakiness there. You can make a mini fighting robot. I'd love to eventually. So far, robotics is proving quite difficult. So I'll definitely have to work up to it. But that's yeah. No pressure. I just put you up to 55 on my TV. Oh, geez, I think that's how my wife's watching me. I think we have I think it's a 70-inch out there. So at least my face isn't on there. No one needs to see my ugly face that big. Okay. I'm just going to try to put this on here. Oops. Sorry, I think I keep bumping the mic. That's not going to hold on very well. Brett Styles asks if I can say happy birthday because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Brett. Hope you're having a great day. Everyone deserves to have a great day on their birthday. Going out with some friends or something for your birthday? I guess that kind of depends on age. Because, I don't know. I'm so antisocial, I don't even really go out with friends on my birthday and stuff like that. I usually just have a few people over and play some video games or something. I'm a loser in real life. I don't even drink alcohol. That's how big of a loser I am. No problem, Brett. Thanks for watching. Okay, so there is the neck. Take another drink real quick. My day is complete. Very good. I hope you had a good day. Okay, so let's stick the body together for like the 20th time. Man, this back piece is heavy. I didn't realize how heavy it was. I didn't even do that high of an infill. I think it's like at 20% or something like that. It might even be 10. It's heavy. Okay. There we go. Make sure the wires stay in. I really tried to leave enough room in the middle there for the electronics and stuff. I think I did all right. Okay, I think that is good. Okay, so hopefully you can see them starting to form there. Get these treads out of the way. I'm gonna have to put those treads on later. And this top part. Should just slide in. Joel, high five. High five. Hit the screen. High five. How's it going, man? You're just catching the tail end of the stream here. This piece is a really tight fit. Ooh, sorry if that was loud. Wally's so cute. Yes. Like I said, I just really hope he works. So, totally just hit the screen. Thanks, Joel. Makes me feel relevant for a second. That I can make some other person on the internet smack their screen. Oh, I might need to sand this a bit. Maybe. Oh, I'm going to have to do a little sanding. Well, here, I'm going to move the camera just a bit, so sorry for the jittering. Okay, so there are the eyes. So this will be sort of what he's going to be like in the end. He'll have some arms, obviously, and some treads, and the head will actually be on, but... And then for those of you wondering what the actual motion will be on this, hopefully the wheels will turn with all the treads working and everything, and then the head will go left and right. So it'll be up here, and it'll be able to do this, so he can look around. And then he'll make some noises too. He'll make his typical Wally calls. Printing Pokemon on my Dreamer while watching a stream. The 3D printed Wally. Love 3D printing. I agree. It's great. High five for ice cream. Yeah, I want some ice cream. Count me in. It's already cute with no head. I think that's a good thing. Jason says detail on Wally is awesome. Thanks, Jay. That's mostly due to Chelsea. She's what really brings it out. And like I said, I don't even know how she really did all this, all the rusting effects on here, but it looks great. I think she said she used a Sharpie or a permanent marker or something to get the black on the Wally, so I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm going to need to do a little sanding on this guy to get it to fit. And then the arm will just stick in the slot like that, and then it'll be able to move just a bit. It won't move electronically, but you'll be able to move it yourself. Chelsea says she mostly used spray paint this time, and then a dry brush for the rest. Awesome, Brett. I'm glad I could help. Jonathan says he's 3D printing an iPhone 6s case on his CTC 3D printer. Awesome. I've thought about making a case. I wanted to do Ninja Flex, but the Robo 3D R1 takes quite a bit of modification to be able to print Ninja Flex. Okay, well, I think that's going to be all I'm going to be able to do for Wally on the stream here. So maybe I'll put my face back on here and take a few more questions before I head out. Just organize my desk a little bit. Okay. Bit. You guys are jealous of my Vegeta shirt. He's there to protect me from any aliens that try to pop up, take me out, because that happens. Vegeta. Tracer's gun from Overwatch. I could print the one that's already out there, but I don't think I could make one better than that, so I will defer. I can't remember. Who was that? Simone that made it? Joel printed one. Printed two of them, I think. His video is awesome on that. So I could print one of those, but I don't think I could design one better. Chelsea says, don't be a nerd. For those of you who don't know, Chelsea is a super nerd with me. DBZ is actually one of the few things that I haven't gotten her into yet, but we play video games together all the time, and we agree on most movies even, so it's pretty rare, but we're, aside from being married, we're actually truly friends, so that's something that I cherish quite a bit. Brett, can I ask a question? Yes, you can. Although technically that was a question, but you can ask another one. Also, there's a guy in the chat here. His name's Jason. He's actually my boss in real life. Like I say real life, like non-YouTube stuff, like my daily boss. And he's an awesome guy as well. He's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. He has his own winery and would love to get a 3D printer and stuff like that. So encourage him a little bit, because I think he'd be awesome on things. Chelsea says Attack on Titan. Yes, we've been watching, or we actually just finished the first season of Attack on Titan and just love it. It is great. Joel, yes, Simone Fontana is the guy's name who made the tracer gun, and he did an amazing job on that. What character would I be in WALL-E, but I can't pick Eva? That's easy. I am one of the fat people on the ship that just got so fat because they never moved out of their chair and forgot what it's like to walk. That would be me. Yes, Jason is the best boss ever. Self-proclaimed, but I would agree with that. I mean, what other boss would join in on their employees' live stream? He's actually a super cool guy. So if he ever does create a YouTube channel, we'll be doing some collaborations and stuff like that. Travis, Jason, one of us. Is that a South Park reference? Because if it is, you just made me really happy. Yeah, Chelsea says Jason's the only reason that I'm not completely insane at work, and that is very true. Gooble gobble. Oh, I don't think I told you guys what I was planning next. I started to talk about it, but After Wally, I think one of my next models, I'm going to be making some more slimes. There's quite a few more slimes in Slime Rancher, so I'm going to be making like the Boom Slime, the Phosphor Slime, the Rad Slime, and there's one other. Oh, Honey Slime. I was going to make that one. And then I've got some more Pokemon planned. Oh, and Joey Mars just asked, what's my next project? Those are my smaller projects. The next big project that I'm going to be doing is probably Captain America's Shield. I want to make a full-size prop version of Captain America's Shield because I love the new Marvel movies. Yeah. And Apyro Designs just made that shield for Dame Drops, and I was really inspired by how clean that came out, so hoping to do a little bit of that. Jason, we already have plans. Yes, we do. We've been talking about it a little bit at work. Brett's house, can I do the Harlem Shake? Is there a specific dance for that? I've just seen a lot of videos where it starts out like just one person's dancing and everyone else is doing normal things, and then everyone starts dancing like crazily. So I can dance crazy, but I don't know if I could do a specific dance. And I don't know that anyone would survive me dancing, so maybe I won't do that. I know those slimes have been really popular, and I'm glad too. I love Joel. I love the one that you did that was huge. That made me happy. The rock slime. I may have to get one of those G-Max printers one day. Just printing things big like that. It'd be really fun. Joey says, do something Overwatch related. Yeah, we actually talked about that a little bit. I'm going to do one of the characters, and I might actually put out a poll, maybe on Twitter, to figure out which one I want to do. I originally thought of doing Farah because she was one of the ones I liked the most. But Tracer seems to be a popular opinion, so I might do her. But I'll put out the poll. So if you don't follow me. I'm at ChaosCoreTech on Twitter, and I'll probably put out a poll relatively soon. Food Titan Shield, yes, that thing was awesome. If you haven't seen that video, go to Apyro Designs channel, just click on his name there, and watch that video because he made it really good. Jonathan says he's going to go to bed. See ya, Jonathan. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I thought the Captain America shield would be fun. If you ever made the vinyl pop figure blank, would you use Tinkercad or Fusion? I would probably use Fusion. Most of the reason being that Tinkercad, it's pretty hard to get some of those organic shapes, and like curved surfaces tend to have facets on them. Like here, I'll show you this. You can see that there's a very like geometrical pattern to that because I made it in Tinkercad, and it's hard to Tinkercad doesn't really have options for getting rid of that to make like a smooth sphere. Whereas like this guy here I made in Fusion 360, and you can see how smooth that is. So I would opt for Fusion 360 for that. Cookies. Do you guys know the game Cookie Clicker? I don't. I saw, what was it, some like potato can clicker? I don't know. Markiplier played it. It was pretty funny. Number one worst games? No, I haven't heard of that. What time is it here? It is 12:30 a.m. on Saturday. I am in Central Time, smack dab in the middle of the United States. I've been talking too much. My throat's starting to get a little sore. Okay, I'll take a few more questions. Maybe be on for like another 5 minutes or something like that. So if you have questions, send them my way. Excuse me. Also, I think I'll post this to the channel, so if you want to watch it again, or if you know someone who missed it, wanted to see it, it should be up there soon. Yeah, good seeing you too, Sparky. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll either catch one of your guys' streams and see you again, or I'll do another one probably before too long. See you, Brett. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Oh, boy. All right. Well, that was pretty fun. And like I said, I'd never done one of my own streams before. I had been a part of Print That Thing's stream when he was making his Google Cardboard thing, and that was really fun. So I figured I'd give this a shot, even though it was the actual assembly of Wally, which was the point of this, was kind of a train wreck. But Joey says, "Do you make props for others?" I have not yet. Actually, I haven't been doing this for long. I've probably only been seriously designing for 6 months, something like that. I kind of just fell into it, so it was just something I figured out that I liked, so I started doing it. And I've only made a couple of props, but I like doing it, and I've just never had anyone ask me to. But it is kind of hard, unless I'm going to do a YouTube video on that prop, that it is hard to fit it into the schedule. Jason says, my next print should be turkey bacon. Yes, turkey bacon. Great first stream. Thank you, guys. You guys have made this fun. I was worried that not many people would join in, and it'd kind of just be me here saying stupid things. So I'm glad you guys joined and had a good time. Made it fun for me too. Now I've got the streaming fever. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'll definitely be doing this again in the future. Maybe I'll try to get some other people to join me as well. Okay, well, then I think I will leave this stream at that. I hope to have Wally up sometime in the next week, like the actual finished video. I think I'm going to end up posting it even if I can't get it to fully work, just because I need to move on from this project. But he'll be working in some capacity, so if nothing else, his head will at least turn. But yeah, and if I can get him to work and the treads don't work very much. Oh, I was just going to ask you guys this. What would you guys think about like a design contest? Like if I ran one of those, something like that, and gave out some prizes for the winner, and just trying to get. So a big reason for my channel is just trying to help people get into designing, because it's not as hard as a lot of people think it is. So, I think some contests would be kind of fun. Like an example contest would be making figures like this, or just small little printable figurines. And then I'd run a contest and show all of them on screen, and then the winner I would print off and have my wife paint and make look really nice, and do it as one of my videos and link to their files and everything. And then maybe I'd probably send them the finished one, and maybe a couple other things. I thought that might be kind of fun. For the awkward moment where I have to finish at the end of the stream, yeah, I'm failing. And if you meet me in real person, or in real life, I am notorious for not being able to end a conversation. I just keep talking. So Chelsea has to work in 3 hours, so bedtime. Yes, yeah. Tomorrow's actually a huge day for the town that I live in. There's a thing called Cruise Night, and there's tons of cars. And upwards of like 10,000 people come to our town, which is huge. And Chelsea works downtown, which is smack in the middle of it, so she's got to be at work like super early in the morning. So, great stream. Thank you for answering my questions. Night night. From Australia. Thanks for joining, Mark. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had fun. Sounds like a great idea. Contests are great. Awesome. I'll have to put something like that together once I'm a little bit more caught up, because I think that'd be fun. And you know, if I can get more people designing things, then that's the ultimate goal. Call pea shooter in contest. Well, if you make one and you win, I'll totally make it or have Chelsea paint it and send it to you. You know, and then maybe eventually we could get some people to help sponsor it too, so I could give away some filament and printers and stuff like that eventually. And Chelsea hashtag real life, yes. So, real life is something I don't like to participate in very often. Yeah, my voice is going out. I've been talking too much. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. So, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you in just a bit in a video, I think. So.